Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am your host, Cydlaila. I'm a singer, songwriter, belly dancer, YouTuber, creator, etc., etc. And I have an album out called Fairy Tale Levels. It is out now on all music platforms. And hold up. Yes, hold up everybody. So this video specifically has to do with the Fairy Tale Levels album, and it has to do with the Fairy Tale Levels documentary. Now, I'm not going to give too much away because you're going to see in like a few seconds. This story time that I'm telling is about the song that I wrote called Always Fronted, which is on my album Fairy Tale Levels, and it is number 3 on my album. It's number 3 for a reason, but I'm going to explain that in the story time, and I'm also going to explain like everything else so that you guys fully understand what happened like from start to finish with that. This song is very personal. It is the most personal song I've ever written because it has to do with a guy that I've been dealing with for a few years who was just very toxic. He gave red flags, and I just stayed and was stupid, and a whole bunch of emotions got into it. And I want you guys to actually watch the story time. The story time is a part of the Fairy Tale Levels documentary, but I'm not sure if you guys watched the entire documentary. So I wanted to specifically take this part out of the Fairy Tale Levels documentary and put it on its own. This was just a roller coaster of crazy things that has happened with me and this person. He was just a very bad friend. It literally broke me. Like, it broke me. It had me very sad, you know, cried over it. I was depressed and all of that. But now that I have grown and realized that that's not how I should be treated ever again, I'm good now. So that person, please, you could never hurt me again. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this story time on why I wrote the song Always Fronted. Here we go. I hesitated on if I should give more insight to what happened, but I'm going to do it really, really quick right now. This all started several years back. If you go back to my Always Fronted single release on any musical platform, you'll see that the single artwork was a jersey that has the number 3 and it says Always Fronted. Now, number 3 is the jersey that this guy would wear in junior high school and high school when he was on the basketball team. Let me take you guys back for a second. Now, when I went to school with this guy, I realized that he was there, but I don't remember interacting with him at all. I don't remember just having any type of conversation with him at all for my junior high school experience as well as my high school experience. Now, fast forward many years later, me and this guy end up working together. You know, when you go to high school or you go to a school or whatever, and you know of a person and they know of you only because that they see you in passing, that's what it was. I've never been friends with this guy ever. But however, I was looking on the roster and I saw that we had some new hires. And I was like, oh, he went to my school. So if I ever see him, let me just make sure to say hello because he probably would potentially know me just in passing. Okay. In high school, I was a very popular kid. Even though I got bullied and picked on in elementary and junior high school at my new schools, when I got to high school, I was very popular because, like I said, the kids were like mad cool. The kids were just like a better vibe in high school. So yeah, so I said, let me just make sure to say hi to him because he probably knows of me, whatever. And I don't want to just like walk past him and he's probably like, isn't that the girl I went to school with? Because then it would be awkward. And when I saw him one day, I was like either coming or going out of the caf. I happened to see him and I just said, oh, hi. And he's like, oh, is that who I think it is? And then from that, I was just like, yeah, because like I just told you guys, like if you have gone to school with somebody and you happen to see them somewhere outside of school, years later, you're going to be like, oh, what's up or whatever, even if you didn't talk or know each other personally. As time went on, we just started just like conversing and seeing each other, whatever, in the hallways, in the parking lot, whatever. One day, randomly, this woman comes to me and she said, oh my God, oh, like he told me that he had the biggest crush on you in school. And I said, really? I never knew. Okay, from that point on, I would like talk to him and didn't bring it up or nothing, just left it alone. I'm like, but then after a while, I was like, he's kind of good looking. I was like, maybe he'll still like me or something like that. Let's just see if I can try to get to know him. I'll give him my number and then maybe who knows what's going to happen. Because I was just like, wow, I say he liked me in high school. I never knew because like I said, we never interacted from what I can remember. And I used to be friends with everybody. And I am like so 100% sure that me and him did not talk. Like as friends, like So, but anyways, we'll get to that. One day I randomly give him a note. It has my phone number and I'm just like, oh, hey, I don't know if you have a girlfriend, but if you don't, like, we can just talk outside of work and whatever, just like get to know each other, platonic. So that night he texted me around like 9 o'clock or whatever like that. He was just like, oh, hey, what's up? And I was like, oh, nothing, just here, just chilling. He's talking to me as if like, we're just getting to know each other and stuff like that. We was talking about tons of different fun, like cool things. And then to make things awkward, he's like, oh, before things get any deeper, I have a girlfriend. And in my head, I'm like, get any deeper. We're just talking about just platonic things anyway. And he throws that at me. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, why wouldn't you just say that from the beginning? But I didn't even get into that. I was just like, oh, okay. Left it alone. Weeks go by. I ended up being on vacation. He ended up hitting me up and was like, oh, where are you? Whatever like that. And then, oh, just wanted to let you know me and my girlfriend broke up. And for me, I wasn't thinking like that in a happy way. I was just like, oh, wow, that really sucks. So then it's like he goes through this whole breakup situation. He's down bad. He's sad. He's like relying on me to just give him motivation, and everything was fine. Like I said, I was not trying to approach this dude, especially now since he was in a breakup, because you know how that is. People go back to who they were with. So I was just like, cool, whatever. I'll let you lean on me for support. So that's what happened for like the next few weeks. Fast forward, right? Let me mention this too, because we have a lot of history in the gym. It's weird that we never ended up seeing each other in the gym until we started working together and until we started actually just being like social with each other. So like I've seen him in the gym a few times, like after like we had that first encounter at work, and it would just be like, oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, what you doing for workouts and blah, blah, blah. Simple stuff. Now, fast forward to after he relies on me for like emotional support for his girlfriend, right? So I'm like, oh, we cool, whatever. We say hi work. I go to the gym. I walk inside, I scan in, and I'm just like, oh, I say, oh, he's here today. All right, let me just say hi. I go up to him. First of all, I see him talking, interacting with everybody. This is how he is. Ha! Oh, what? Oh, ha! I go up to him, right? And I'm just like, oh, hey, what's up? And he goes, hi. I see all freaking rage, okay? Because I'm like, skirt? Excuse me. All that emotional support, and then you act like you don't even know me when you see me in the gym. Are you crazy? So I went and I just was like, I was mad inside. And then I started working out on one of the machines. And then I just started getting more mad and mad. And I was like, I can't believe that he's acting mad funny right now after he be like, telling me how he was listening to Neo and crying his little eyes out. Like, and I'm on the machine, right? I'm working out mad. And then I see him walking towards me. So I said, let me try this again. Because I said, maybe I'm just a little delulu right now. Maybe he really wasn't acting like how he was acting. Okay. So then I walk down from the machine. I see him. We literally pass each other like this. Doesn't look at me. Don't say nothing. So I said, oh, no, honey. And I'm telling this in a funny manner because now I'm over it. But trust and believe, in that moment, I was enraged. So I go to him and I say, yo, did I do something to you? Because you acting funny. And he's like, caught off guard, like, what? I'm like, you acting funny. And I said that to him in front of like people he was talking to, because I'm just like, if I'm treating you nicely, do not act like that towards me, because I'm going to get mad. I'm a very caring person, but I'm telling you, if somebody like act like that to me, oh, it's the other side you're going to see, because I'm a Gemini. And I'm trying not to believe so much in signs anymore because like I'm getting like, closer to God, but I am that Gemini to a T. People get Geminis confused. Like they think just because we're twins that we're fake. No, for me as a Gemini, that means that I love hard and then I fight hard. I'm not gonna like allow somebody to treat me bad and not stand up for myself, or I get mad at the drop of a hat. But yeah, so I got mad. He's like, oh, then he goes, I'll text you. And in my head, I'm just like, so then I couldn't even work out, you guys. I went all the way home. I was mad. Then he's gonna text me like, oh, how you acted. Like, oh, I don't know if we could be friends. I saw a side of you that I never seen. And I'm just like, well, you shouldn't have did what you did. After that, like, it was awkward at work. One day we just like went at it, like in texting, because I was like, yo, I'm mad that like you relied on me for helping and you're gonna act funny when you see me in the gym. Like, all I ever did was try to help you. He's like trying to clown me and be mean to me. So the way that I just ended it, I was just like, at least I didn't get played like a video game. And then he got all in his feelings and was like, oh, I violated and whatever. And I was happy because to say that to him, it was just so great. So yeah, we stopped being cool or whatever. And then I ended up leaving the job and going somewhere else. And it's like, y'all, I was honestly mad stupid for leaving a job because like I didn't want to be bothered. But at the same time, I didn't like that job anyway. But it just made it worse. So I just ended up leaving. And I'm just like, bro, why you do that? But so yeah, so fast forward, COVID happens, right? So then out of nowhere, he hits me up talking about, oh, you know, I just hope that you're good. And I'm sorry for everything that like happened and whatever, I was wrong, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, oh, I hope you're doing well, whatever. We try again to be friends. Long story short, it don't go right because this dude, like I said, he'll freaking flirt with me and he'll be trying to like lead me on. And he'd be like, you reading too much into it. I didn't mean it like that. I went over to his house before, just as friends. We watched a movie. Nothing happened. Then he's talking about, oh, he's going to come to my place and he'll like bring wine or whatever, just like his friends, and we'll chill, hang out. Never happened because to me, I'm like, all right, come on, let's hang out, whatever. Like, I'm trying to like be friends with you. I'm trying to get cool with you. No, it's like every time whenever I would try to make a move to be like, come on, like he would just back up. So I'm like, how are you my friend if you're not trying to make the effort to come to my house or try to do things so that we can get to make our friendship stronger? But then you want to hit me up when we not talking and try to like hit me up and say you sorry. But then when you're wrong in that moment, you don't admit that you're wrong. You guys, I have dealt with this for like about maybe 4 or 5 times before like it totally was done. So after that, we had a fallout again. Then it's like he tried to make it seem like, oh, like he all be flirting all with me. And then it's like he always ends up having a girlfriend or something. But then it's like, then he want to be like, oh, you hit me up too much. Oh, but let me tell you guys. So now in the future, fast forward to whenever I was in the gym, I would realize that every time when I was at the gym, he was in the gym. Or every time I was in a certain area of the gym, he was in the gym. In my head, I started getting anxiety because I was like, oh my God, why is he always around me? Like I used to get frustrated. Like I'm like, every time I'm at the gym, he's at the gym. That happened for a good while. Thanksgiving comes up. And in the past, it was weird. Every time we were on bad terms, we always ended up being at the gym on Thanksgiving together, but we weren't cool at the time. We never were cool around the holidays. Oh my God, it's such a long story. Let me tell you about another time. One time I saw him post a story on his page and he was like all drunk and stuff like that. Then I got a text from him, like literally that same, like within that 24 hours talking about, oh, hey, let's talk. I hit him up and I was like, all right, let's talk or whatever. Didn't get no response. Then I had to hit him up and be like, yo, like you texted me. Literally told me, no, I didn't text you. That text was from 2 months ago when I blocked you. I'm like, so you mean to tell me that you sent me a text 2 months ago, you blocked me, and now that the number is unblocked, it came through now? Lies. Let me fast forward because I said it's been like that for like years. Now I learned my lesson though. Now let me fast forward to Thanksgiving. I won't tell you exactly what year it was, but it was pretty recent. I'm in the gym, working out as normal. I literally come out of the bathroom. I see this dude getting a paper towel and the spray. Literally look at him in his eyes and walk past him because I said, you know what? I'm tired of coming in this gym and every time, no matter what year it is, I'm always seeing this dude. So I'm going to just look at him and keep it moving. I look right at him and I kept moving, right? When I'm on the machine at the back of the gym, he comes up to me. And instead of saying anything to me, he puts a note on the side of the machine while I'm working out. And I'm like, oh, here he go. He trying to say he's sorry again. After every time when I used to tell him you need to just say that you wrong, he could never do it. I was just not in that anger mood because it was Thanksgiving. So I was just like, oh, come here. How you doing? Whatever. He's like, oh, I'm good. Whatever. Happy Thanksgiving, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, first of all, I should have took that as a red flag because I said, if you can't be a man to pull me aside and literally just say it out your mouth, you got to write me a note. Gave me his new number because let me tell you, from all the interactions we had, I'm going to admit it. I would text this dude over and over and over again. I would make different numbers over and over again because I was like, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. And he would have to block me. So, you know, you my people. Y'all gonna know what I did. I ain't gonna be one of these people who be like, oh, no, I never did that. Like, no. We did it, and that's why I said, I'm so mature now, I would never give no dude no time like that. Y'all ain't getting no extra numbers from me. We don't make those numbers no more. Basically, he said again, he was wrong again, gave me his new phone number, right? I took mad long to text him. I took about like a month after that to text him. And then I texted him and I was like, I hope you have a good new year, whatever. Me, dumb again, giving this dude another chance, even though he always played me. Never tried to kiss me, never tried to have a date with me. It was just always this immature back and forth. Let me flirt with her and then let me not get with her. I'm like, what? We get cool again. We go out to eat. He pays for it the first time. Then we go out to eat again and then I pay for it. It's only fair. We're friends. Some time goes on and he's just like talking randomly and it's like, oh, you know, like right now I'm being a player or whatever, but you know, I could totally see us together in the future dating. And in my head, I'm like, okay, good. You finally said what I've expected you to say for all these years. Then after that, it's like we don't talk for like, I don't know, a month or so. I hit him up and it's like, oh, hey, you know, my birthday's coming up. You know, I would like to like hang out. Maybe we could go out to eat or whatever. He's like, oh, that's fine. That's cool. Then I'm like texting him like normal because let me tell you, after I texted him, when he gave me his new number, he was hitting me up like crazy, hitting me up, sending me all these emojis. Oh, how are you doing today? I hope you have a good night. Mad thirsty, right? Even though he would try to make it seem like I was thirsty with the previous times. Like he really played me hard. But this time, hitting me up like to the point where I'm like, bro, we're just friends. Like I wasn't even thinking nothing like that this time because I said, you did me dirty so many times. I'm just looking at you as a friend for sure. But he was acting like he was wanting more than that this time. So then, like I said, I thought we was going to hang out for my birthday and stuff like that. So I'm hitting him up like how he was hitting me up, right? And after a while, I was like, I feel like it's hot and cold with you. You always act like you want to talk to me when you want to, but then when I want to hit you up and be friends, you act like you ain't never there. And then he gonna say, oh, every time you text me, like it be mad annoying. Oh, like you know, you mad annoying. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? You the one who gave me your new number. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have talked to you in the gym. I wouldn't have called you. I would have just left you in the past. But no, here you come again for the like fourth or fifth time coming back into my life. It's always him wanting to come back into my life because he know he's wrong from the start and he can't ever admit it. Long story short, he's like, oh, I have a girlfriend. I'm like, oh, really? After you told me that you was going to date me? So after that, what did I do again? Over time, I hit him up over and over, cursed him out or whatever because I'm like, you're a jerk. You keep doing this over and over every year. What is this, like a tradition for you? When we worked together, the only reason why I know that his number was number 3 was because he told me in that moment. Now, back in high school, I didn't know what number he had, but he swears up and down that when I would see him in junior high and high school, I would say, oh, hey, number 3. He would say, I would go, oh, hey, number 3. And I'm like, I don't remember that. And I remember a lot of things from high school and junior high school. He remembered that in school, I won best dressed before. He remembered that I was like on school clubs. Like he remembered everything. And in my head, I'm like, how do you know all of this? He would just like casually be like, oh yeah, you was doing this in school. But I'm just like, he never said even at that time that he liked me. Like it took mad long for him to say that. And even when I brought it up like down the line that this lady told me that you was into me, he still was acting like he didn't understand. Number 3 is always printed on my album. At the end of the song, I say 3 because, like I said, it's all symbolizing this person. I've talked to people about how he said I would call him out in school, and people said that maybe he was just thinking that you did or imagining that. Because I said, I don't remember that. And I was friends with mad people in high school, so it's just kind of weird. I'm like, I used to talk to you? Like, really? That's what he says, but I really don't believe it because it's like I have no recollection of saying anything to him. I just feel like he did me mad dirty, and I feel like it's a different kind of dirty versus like the people who I was actually in real relationships or situationships where it happened with intimacy as well. It was just nothing. This was a platonic relationship that I would always look at him like, all right, when are you gonna like be a man? And he never did. So that's where Always Friend It comes from, you guys. That's the story time that I've been holding in for years and years. Like even before I did music, I've been wanting to tell this story, but it's just, it works out so perfectly now with the song. And I just really hope that he listens to it. The very last 2 encounters I've had with this guy was when I saw him way after I cursed him out and all of that. I saw him in the gym again. And I was actually working out on a machine and he didn't see me. So I purposely got off the machine and went into the room where he was to get paper towel and spray. I was acting like I was like getting it to wipe down my machine, and I purposely like just was there, and I was looking at him like I gave him the nastiest look I ever could come up with. And he looked at me like he kind of saw a ghost. And then I said, boop, that's all I needed. So then I went walking back to my machine, and that was it. And then not too long after I saw him walking past the machine and he was like on his phone or acting like he was on his phone. And then I don't know, I guess he left. I don't know what he did. That was that. And then one final last time I saw him after that, I must have went to the gym maybe a week later or so. And I was on my machine and then I noticed that he was like standing in the corner, like literally diagonal from where I was working out. And with the history that we've had, one thing for sure is that he would say when we were cool again that he would purposely try to get me to see him in the gym. So I felt like this time around too, that even though everything was totally done with me and him, that he was doing it again. Like he has this like thing that he does. He just will say that he's done with me, block me, tell me don't ever talk to me again. And then when he sees me in the gym, he tries his best to be seen by me. I don't understand because, first of all, he's told me in the past, oh, you're crazy. But if somebody was really crazy, you guys, would you really be hitting them up, giving them your new number and saying that you were wrong and that you want to be cool with them again? I don't think so. Because if there was somebody who I thought was crazy, I would not be trying to talk to them and make amends with them. So who's wrong here? Exactly him. So I saw him just standing in the corner. I thought he was waiting for somebody and he wasn't. He was just standing there lollygagging and he was literally where I could see him, like literally like diagonal from where I was, right down there. And I could literally see him as clear as day. So I'm pretty sure that he did that on purpose because, as I've stated, he's done that in the past when I wasn't even aware that he was purposely trying to be seen by me. But my point is that this is done. It's a wrap. It's over. I don't know if he'll ever see this video, but it's over. Like, you cannot keep doing that to me. What kind of person do you think I am to keep accepting somebody who treats me like that? Like, no. I honestly thought he was a nice guy and stuff, but I was totally wrong. That is my story. I'm happy I got it out. I really feel like it's a weight off my shoulders because I've been holding that in for so long.
I'm the one you always wanted, but you never got me cause you always wanted. I'm the one you always wanted, but you never got me cause you always